Well, Alan, a good victory for you, but I think the difference is that we were talking that last time you were playing against Ayr, you seemed in a very false position and no one really believed you were going to be down at the bottom end of the league. You're certainly on the climb now.
Yeah, we've obviously picked up since the start of the season. We had a poor start to the season, we're making it really difficult for ourselves. But the boys have showed a lot of character to bounce back in the manner in which they have.
Yeah, it was an interesting game today. Ayr seemed to have quite a lot of the early pressure, but then once you got the goals, the confidence came through right through your team.
Yeah, I thought it was a wee bit scrappy. The opening 20 minutes, we were a wee bit sloppy at times. But then we got a hold of the ball, started passing it, and I thought we caused a few problems and obviously scored a couple of good goals.
Yes, the first goal came from great work-up play. Even though the pass that came through eventually came from a miss-hit, what a fantastic strike into the net.
No, it was like all good strikers do. He's instinctive, he's finished it off well. But before that, I think there was like 6 or 7 passes as well. So it was a lot of good play. So just delighted to get a win because we know how hard a place this is. And if Ayr won today, then obviously they'd have went ahead of us as well.
Yes, and again, an old Ayr boy there coming up, Andy Geoghegan, down in the ground after a header, somehow manages to get up and flick his leg onto the ball to score a goal.
No, it's a great finish. I don't know how he's managed to get up so quick and put it in the top corner. It's just one of the instinctive ones as well. But Geggs has settled in at right back really well. It looks as though he's been playing there. I know he played a lot of time at Ayr at right back. But he's done really well there since he's moved there.
Yes, he looked like he was natural there, but he still looks natural when he's in midfield.
No, he's a good player for us. He's a big player. It obviously puts pressure on everybody else playing that position as well when you get such a good performance like that.
Your defence seems to have tightened up an awful lot. That was one of the criticisms at the beginning of the season, but it has tightened up. But you've got other news for your fans as well, haven't you? A new player coming in.
Yeah, we've got a centre half coming in as well. But you can see we've obviously defending a lot better than we were at the start of the season. It gives you half a chance. If you're losing 3 and 4 goals every game, you've no chance of winning. So that's probably the biggest improvement we've made this season.
And would you say that maybe last week, the local derby victory is something that really spurs the team on even further?
It is, but it's only one game. There's still a lot of games to go. We know how tight this league is. We know how competitive it is. We know that any team can beat anyone. So we've still got a long way to go.
Well, Ian, that's a bit of a frustrating match there. The opening 20 minutes in particular, where Ayr seemed to be quite dominant on the match, creating chances, but again, no goals.
No, it is very frustrating. We're getting in great areas, and in that period we were dominant. I've got to give Dunfermline credit. 15-20 minutes after that, after they scored their goal, they played very well and they were the better team. I thought we finished the half strongly, but we still. Nicky gets in behind, Gary gets in behind. Alan Forrest right in front of goal, ahead. We had so many opportunities to create more. But listen, we lack a cutting edge of that. There's absolutely no doubt. And we're in a situation now where I thought, and I must be wrong, that we were good enough to finish top half of the table. Now we're in a dogfight. And the team will be picked accordingly. But we can't afford to have 3 or 4 flair players in the team. We just can't. We're quite obviously not good enough. I thought we were, but we're not.
So you're talking about digging out results now rather than trying to do the attractive stuff.
Absolutely, even when we were on a good run, we dug out results as well. It wasn't just free flowing and Gary doing tricks and Forrest doing tricks and Kevin and we really need to be strong and mentally strong and want to win. And to be honest, there was a lot of parts of the game I couldn't fault them, but just in the top end of the pitch, and it's not for the want of trying to get people here that we lack. Somebody to go and just take a chance and put the ball in the net, because we had so many opportunities to create today, and we had 3 or 4 really good opportunities, but just couldn't get that goal that would have made it interesting.
Did you feel the heads went down today? Is there a bit of a frustration in the team?
I don't think so. I don't think the heads went down. No, I think they kept at it. But they have to realise now that we're right in it now. And everybody said at the start of the season 8th would be a great result for us. Well, I'm beginning to think it is. I thought we'd be better than that. But what I will say is I think Dunfermline, I've got to say, I think they're up there now with Hibs. They're in the top 2 or 3 teams for me. I don't know why they didn't start well, but so it was a tough game, but hard to take. We could have done so much more in the last third of the field.
Now, the fans are always on. We've been talking to you about strikers. You obviously know you need a proven goal scorer out here. Are you close?
Yeah, I'm close. We've been turned down by 3. And I've been offered another 10, but the point was getting in younger boys. We tried that. and if I'm brutally honest, it hasn't worked. I mean, it was nobody's fault that what happened to Craig happened. We can't help that, but I think young Nisbet is going to be a good player. I just think we need somebody that's tried and tested and ready to go. So we're reasonably close, but whether that happens, who knows? It's not quite as easy as everybody thinks to attract players.
We talked at the beginning of the season that all teams were saying even then it's hard to get a striker. It just doesn't seem to be one of the big qualities that people have around these days.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the teams in the division get 3, 4 and 5. You know, one in particular I went to a club, they've got 5 strikers, so you know, whether he plays or not I don't know. So we're hoping to get one here. I mean, the way we play, if we can get Moore and another, I still think we need another player as well, kind of freshness, and maybe 1 or 2 leaving. There's a lot right in the team. I know that defensively, middle to in the wider areas, there's a lot right. We do a lot of right things, but we just don't have that cutting edge.
Now, you did give a big sign of intent when you didn't let Conrad go. You and the chairman made a decision. I know Conrad says he's happy with it, but that's a big thing about the club. It's a sign of intent. You could have got money in, but you've kept a quality player.
It just says all about our chairman. I mean, it wasn't, you know, when I say 5 figures, it wasn't a small 5 figures. It was more than that, I can assure you. And it says a lot about him that he didn't want the player to go, and the player's quite happy now. Albeit I thought in the first half him and Scott McKenna didn't reach the heights that they usually do, but I thought the second half they did when the game was very, very stretched. It says a lot about the chairman, but that shouldn't surprise anybody.
Paul Kearney today again, great play from him, some fantastic passes, opening up, making chances. Again, he'll be a player that'll create chances for players.
Yeah, well, he's worked his socks off to shift a lot of weight, as everybody can see. He's got a wee bit to go, not much further though, but he's an important player. I thought him, Devlin and Boyle, I mean, those 3 are the only 2 that can really have any complaints if they were left out of the team next week. Those 3 I thought were terrific.
You're talking about Murray coming back in. Now, you're talking in the press this week that should be the Queen's Park game. Would you start him, or are you going to bleed him into the team?
Well, it depends. You know, in our position, I think I've got to start him. I mean, in no way do we underestimate Queen's Park. Listen, it's 2 weeks away. Who knows? Queen's Park doing really well in their league. So, but he needs match fitness. He was here today again, and he's buzzing. I mean, he's doing all the training now, and he's heading the ball and. So as you can imagine, for somebody that's went through what he's went through, he's raring to go. And the best way to get match fitness is playing games. And we all know what he can do. You know, one thing he's got is he's got a great desire to score a goal. And look, we're not hanging our hat on him. He's not the Messiah, but he certainly will improve us.
And with another striker beside him, that can gain a great deal of points for this club. And as you have said, the football has been good.
Listen, we're not far off. I mean, we're still right in there. And I'm just disappointed that if we finish 8th, everybody will think that's great. I'm not so sure with what we've got, but you know, it's the top end of the field, as I keep saying, that's the problem.
Something again away from football though. Today, the tributes around the park. A young Ayr United fan, 23 years old, lost to the club. Great fan. I remember you with his glasses on down at Gretna getting a photograph. He wouldn't let anyone away. But what a beautiful tribute from the club. And also this week we've lost our old doctor, Doc Patterson. It's been kind of sad, but it shows that there's something special about United, the way they go around their fans and people who've been here.
Well, there is. It's a special club. It's great. I mean, I have my own reasons for thinking that, but you know, it was a great tribute today and terrific crowd. I think it's 2,200, which is fantastic. And you know, I hope the family were happy with the tributes that were made.